For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Welcome to another edition of the Focus program. My name is Paul Dingeman. Glad to have you along. Lots of things happening here at the end of April and the beginning of May. One of those things is an election coming up on the 7th, Tuesday, the 7th of May, and it's regarding the East China School District. We are fortunate to have three sets of parents, not sets, but three parents of children from the whole district. Let's start down the end and meet Jeremy Baker. Nice to meet you, sir. Welcome to the Focus set. And coming back, have you been on before, Maureen?
I have not, no.
Your father has been on 150
yes.
times.
He's a regular.
He's a regular. And Dr. Ross, nice to see you.
Nice
You've been on before.
I have.
Long time when you first came to town.
That's right.
Let's talk about an election day, which has gotten lots of action on social media, lots of action in public meetings, lots of action at school board meetings. Let's talk about what it is basically and what your thoughts are as parents. Jeremy, let's start with you.
Well, the May 7th vote is mainly about a proposal to determine how we're going to consolidate the school district right now.
So it's you were very positive about that in saying how, not if.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
But, you know, the proposal is whether we're going to build a new campus and combine middle school and high school, and as well as do needed technology and safety and other upgrades to the remaining schools that do not close.
Okay, you have how many students in the district?
I have three students.
Three, okay, wow.
An 8-year-old at Pine River, a 13-year-old at the St. Clair Middle School, and a 15-year-old at St. Clair High School.
Wonderful, and you still don't have any gray hair.
Yeah. None that you can see on camera, I suppose.
And a few more years you'll start to get some gray hair. Maureen, you've been in the district for a long time. You went to St. Clair High School.
I did. I graduated from St. Clair High School a long time ago.
A couple of years ago. How many students do you have?
I have 3 in the district.
Okay, and where are they?
Currently I have 2 at Eddy, a 3rd grader and a 5th grader, and then my oldest is an 8th grader at St. Clair Middle School.
Okay.
So next year I'll have 1 in each elementary, middle, and high school.
Oh, that'll be fun. Lots of needs there.
Yes.
Talk to me about your thoughts about what is happening with this proposal.
Yeah, you know, I look at the proposal as a way for us to invest in our community.
Okay.
You know, upgrading technology, the buildings, you know, bringing us into the 21st century. You know, offering different programs that our kids don't have access to right now.
Okay. Dr. Ross, you are a physician with Ascension River District Hospital and family practice there. But you graduated from Marine City High School, and I was told 1995.
That is correct.
Isn't that wonderful?
Wow, you got your facts right. Yeah.
Wow, once in a great while, once in a great while. And then you went on to University of Michigan, and you have students in the district too.
I have 2. I have a 3rd grader at Palms Elementary and a 7th grader at Marine City Middle School.
Okay. So you are a real Mariner, and been for a long while.
Yeah.
Does the proposed consolidation affect you? Are you upset about that?
Yeah, you know, when this was discussed a few years ago, right? Possible consolidation, and that didn't go very far, I think.
Right.
So I think when I first heard about it, you know, it was kind of unsettling maybe and something to take in. But once I've learned more of the facts and understood the state of our current school district and what's happening right now, it really seems like the only way forward.
They've had a great number of public meetings, haven't they? Public hearings, or not hearings, but information sessions.
There have been, yeah, all kinds of different, the superintendent has spoken at Palms way back in January, and then several different community events and public.
And there's been people who've raised good questions about why can't you use the old buildings, et cetera, et cetera. And do you feel those questions have been answered?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Even the FAQ on the district's website is very informative.
Okay, so talk to me about that in case I haven't seen that. What is that?
Sure. So, they put together a frequently asked questions document with a lot of the common things that have been heard throughout the district on social media and at these planning meetings. And they have laid out all of the information to answer those questions. So, everything as far as where the money's going, how to calculate the impact on you.
Oh, okay.
Lots of tax information. And then a breakdown for each school to show what upgrades are going to be done, for each of the elementary schools, for example, as well as the plan for the new campus.
So people can go to eastchinaschooldistrict.org, I think, or .us.
.us.
And there's an information page there, which
is.
will answer lots of questions in case they didn't know anything about some of these things.
There's a link to go right to the bond information. It'll take you right so you can look at the FAQ. You can also look through the presentation that's been done at all of these meetings. And I believe there's also an interview with Suzanne on the website as well.
Okay. Jeremy, what affects you the most on this?
I think for me, it's the programming potential. If we really are in too many buildings for the enrollment we have. That was a big aha moment for me because I actually saw some of the schools that we were compared to in the state, and one happened to be my high school that I went to on the west side of the state before we moved over here. So I was very familiar with what that should feel like, and the fact that we have as many buildings as we have at this enrollment, it really became a point for me that, okay, I can understand how our finances are really strapped with bricks and mortar, basically at this point. So I think freeing up that cash flow, if you will, by right sizing and creating an efficiency there with the consolidation is really what opens up the opportunity for programming, and that's what I hope we'll see is that we'll see improved programming because. I have two of my children that will be directly impacted to that, and I don't see any reason not to, do our best at righting the ship a little bit and giving them the best opportunity to, take the best education.
One of the things I think that has been pleasing for me to see is the involvement of so many people in this project. A lot of times in bond issues or in elections, you get a small group of core people that are for something or against something, but this seems to have been a wider acceptance. Talk to me.
Yeah, the district started really doing their homework and looking into things a couple of years ago when that bond didn't pass to do some upgrades to our technology. They wanted to figure out why this didn't pass and what are our needs and how are we going to move forward. And so they started creating committees and groups to really dive into it and got some outside help to help us understand what the state of our district is and what it should be based on our enrollment. So they've really done their homework.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the bond, it impacts the community more than just the parents and the kids that are going to these schools. Having a thriving school district, attracts new people to come to the area. And there's sort of this revitalization going on in the community right now, both in St. Clair and Marine City, that having this new district, these new buildings is going to complement all of that. So it really does impact all of us, as far as, jobs and housing prices. And this is going to give us a leg up on our surrounding neighbors as far as attracting new people and then retaining the people that we currently have in the district.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts?
No, just as you were saying that, I was thinking about I was at a meeting today with a gentleman who knew this area a little bit but didn't know about what was going on with regard to even St. Clair Inn, and he actually, was proposed to his wife out here at Palmer Park, and so he was hearing about St. Clair Inn, and then we had a discussion about the bond, and it was really kind of lighting in his eyes that he'd seen Marine City recently and how that's changed and how St. Clair is changing and tying in the school district as, you know, sort of meeting the rest of the community involvement and improvements. And he really has a positive view of what this area is going to turn into. And the school district changing with the towns is really a key component of that.
Anything else? Any final thoughts?
I think just to encourage people to visit the website, East
Yep.
China's website, research.
You're going to get the actual facts there.
Yeah,
I suppose.
research that,
There's a
you
lot of
know, be
information.
informed, you know, for the decision that you make on May 7th.
Okay. So the election is coming up May the 7th. It is a Tuesday. The polls will be open in all of your municipalities and in your townships. So make sure you just go to your normal polling place, and that's where you will vote. And there's only one item on the ballot, so it won't take you very long. And if you want to do absentee, the clerks I've talked to in Marine City and St. Clair say they're getting lots of absentee ballots, which is something new this year. You can get them much easier than you used to in the past. So May 7th, that's the final date that you've got to vote. But go on the East China Education webpage, East China School District.us. Okay, I'll get that straight. But it'll come up on Google or whatever, and all the information is there for you to take a look at. So do that.